Looking for a new SSD? There are plenty of companies out there willing to fill your needs, but the obvious question is, which one is best? And which one should you trust with your hard-earned money? In this video, we're going to uncover the 5 best and most reputable SSD brands and review them to find out who currently makes the best and most reliable consumer SSDs. We'll take a journey into the past and learn about each brand, where they started, and how they've progressed through the years. We'll also go in depth on each company's product selection, services, warranty policies, and more to give you the full scope. But first, let's cover a few basics. Does brand matter when buying an SSD? Look, there are roughly 60 companies that manufacture SSDs, and to put it simply, some of them make better SSDs than others. It's easy to talk yourself into buying a cheaper SSD after you've spent hundreds, if not thousands, on your PC already. But this can lead to buying a drive that's unreliable and can end up costing you more in the long run. So yes, the choice of brand does matter when buying an SSD, and here are several reasons why. Reliability and quality control. Established and reputable SSD brands often have rigorous quality control processes in place, ensuring that their products meet high standards of reliability. These brands may invest more in research, development, and testing to deliver SSDs that are less prone to failure, firmware support, and updates. Trusted SSD brands typically provide regular firmware updates to address potential issues, improve performance, and enhance compatibility with new technologies. This ongoing support can contribute to the long-term reliability and functionality of your SSD. Customer support and warranty. Well-known brands often offer better customer support and warranty services. In the event of a problem or failure, a reputable brand is more likely to provide efficient customer service and honor warranty commitments, giving you peace of mind. Performance consistency. Reliable SSD brands tend to provide more consistent performance across their product lines. Cheaper or lesser-known brands may cut corners on components, leading to variations in performance and longevity. Endurance and longevity. Reputable SSD manufacturers typically invest in technologies such as advanced wear leveling and over-provisioning to enhance the endurance and lifespan of their products. This can be crucial for users who require a storage solution with long-term reliability. Compatibility and system integration. Trusted brands often ensure better compatibility with various operating systems and devices. They may also work closely with system manufacturers to optimize SSD performance in specific hardware configurations. And brand reputation. A good brand reputation is earned over time through consistently delivering high-quality products. Choosing a reputable brand is a way to mitigate risks and increase the likelihood of a positive experience with the SSD. While brand is an important factor, it's also important to consider specific SSD models, as even reputable brands may offer a range of products with varying features and performance levels. Researching both the brand and the particular SSD model can help you make an informed decision based on your specific needs and preferences. Alright, with that out of the way, let's take a look at our selection for the top 5 SSD brands in the industry, starting off with number 5. SK Hynix. SK Hynix is the second largest semiconductor manufacturer in the world, following Samsung, and has been in the business for over 40 years. If you've never heard the name before, it's because they only recently began marketing to end consumers. Up until now, they've been a supplier to OEM companies, so many PC components such as DRAM and graphics cards have SK Hynix semiconductor memory chips in them, maybe even yours. What sets them apart from the competition is that most of their components are made in-house. This gives them full control over the manufacturing process as well as quality, which is top-notch, by the way. But unfortunately, due to a few factors, we can't justify putting them higher on our list just yet. History. The parent conglomerate of SK Hynix started out as Sunkyung Textile, founded in 1953 in Korea. In 1966, SK bought Overseas Merchandise Corporation to have better control over the supply chain. This was the first company purchased by SK and their first step towards becoming South Korea's second-largest conglomeration. Around the same time, Guido Construction was founded in 1949 and was eventually assimilated by Hyundai in 1983 and was renamed Hyundai Electronic Industries Incorporated. Over the next couple of years, they started designing 256K RAM and began mass production in 1985. In 1993, Hyundai Electronics took over Maxtor, one of the top HDD manufacturers at the time, for $150 million in exchange for 40% of its shares. This was their first foray into memory manufacturing. In 1999, LG Semiconductor Company merged with Hyundai Electronics and kick-started the company's semiconductor business. And by 2001, they had spun off multiple sister companies and rebranded under the name Hynix, which was a mashup of their original name, Hyundai Electronics. Aiming for global dominance, Hynix faced challenges, notably a 2005 fine of over $185 million for a DRAM price-fixing scheme alongside competitor Samsung. Despite this setback, Hynix reported its highest revenue in 2006, showcasing resilience. SK incorporated Hynix in 2012, and the company was renamed SK Hynix by acquiring over 21% of Hynix shares. In a press release, SK Hynix announced its goal of becoming the biggest semiconductor manufacturer in the world and vowed to overtake Samsung. And so far, they seem to be heading in the right direction. Since 2012, the gap between Samsung and SK Hynix has been closing. In 2013, two of SK Hynix's fabrication plants in China suffered from massive fires. But apparently, this wasn't as big of a setback as you would think. Because in 2014, SK Hynix created the world's first 128GB DDR4 modules, as well as the world's first 16GB NVDIMM. And only 3 years later, in 2017, SK Hynix developed the world's fastest 8GB VRAM for graphics cards, GDDR6. But they didn't stop there. In 2018, the company released another world first, 128-layer 4D NAND. SK Hynix also launched the world's fastest SSD, at the time, to consumers, the Gold S31 SATA SSD, which premiered on Amazon. In 2020, SK Hynix completed the first stage in acquiring Intel's NAND and SSD manufacturing businesses, setting them up for more success in the future. Products and services. The catalog of SK Hynix products is rather robust. These include multiple flavors of 2.5-inch and M.2 SSDs, DRAM, CMOS image sensors, NAND memory, and more. But there's a catch. SK Hynix offers more to the industrial world than they do to consumers. But that doesn't mean we're being shorted. Just the opposite, SK Hynix has developed a long-standing trust with their industrial customers in regards to their products. They've only been servicing end users for the last few years, so they're bound to provide more options soon, and by doing so, build trust with users. Currently, their selection of consumer SSDs is limited compared to other top brands in the industry. But when it comes to performance and reliability, each of their drives competes with the very best in their respective categories. As for customer service, they get a mixed rating. SK Hynix seems to follow the trend of large corporations in that it's hard to talk to anybody, and when you do, it can be a frustrating experience. When it comes to returns, you have to contact the vendor, such as Amazon, if the product is still within its return period. Who are SK Hynix drives best for? With only a few options to choose from, SK Hynix doesn't have the best selection of drives for consumers. This lowers their appeal quite a lot. What drives they do have are very good, mind you, but limited in scope. SK Hynix SSDs are good for all kinds of uses. Being new to the consumer market has many people skeptical of the brand, but SK Hynix isn't new to the industry, just to the people. Give them some time and we're sure they'll be adding more to their repertoire. Number 4. Kingston. Kingston Technology is another highly reputable SSD manufacturer that's been in the memory business since its inception. It's the largest independent manufacturer of DRAM and has deviated very little from their niche over the years. They've been dedicated to supplying the world with high-tier memory chips, and the founders of Kingston even invented a new type of memory module to surpass the limitations of the available technologies at the time. History. Kingston Technology was founded in the latter half of 1987 by two longtime friends and engineers in Fountain Valley, California, to fill the need for 1MB surface mount memory chips, which were in very short supply at the time. The two men would work in their garage and transport chips in their own back seats. Together, they designed a new type of single inline memory module that overcame the current limitations of the day using pre-existing technology. This would ultimately cement them in the computer world as one of the top innovators. In just 5 years, the company was ranked the #1 fastest-growing privately held company in America. 3 years later, in 1995, Kingston Technology expanded to Munich, Germany, and later that year, they surpassed $1 billion in sales. By the early 2000s, Kingston Technology had locations all over the globe in places such as Taiwan, Japan, England, and Ireland. During this time, Kingston also expanded its American manufacturing capacity by purchasing PC OEM manufacturing buildings close to home in Fountain Valley, California. Kingston saw a lot of growth in the 2000s and received a lot of praise, awards, and accolades from sources such as Forbes and Advanced Micro Devices. In 2002, Kingston released a patented memory tester, Epoch chip stacking technology, as well as the new HyperX line of premium memory modules. The HyperX division was eventually sold to HP and would begin to produce their own lines of peripherals, and the HyperX memory modules were rebranded under the Kingston Fury name. Kingston revealed that in 2003, their revenues reached $1.8 billion, and in 2004, that metric skyrocketed up to $2.4 billion. The company entered the SSD market by releasing the Kingston E and M series solid-state drives. Instead of reinventing the wheel, Kingston used technology licenses acquired from Intel to develop SSDs, which were basically rebadged Intel E and M drives with the Kingston logo. Today, Kingston still source their chips from other manufacturers, such as Micron, PowerChip, and SK Hynix, to name a few. The incoming chips are heavily scrutinized and tested by Kingston to ensure the utmost quality. This allows for a somewhat steady stream of premium chips, but also leaves them susceptible to supply shortages and price hikes if supplies dwindle. Products and services. Everything in Kingston's product library is dedicated to memory, whether it's for consumers or enterprises. Some of these items include gaming RAM, internal and external SSDs, USB drives, memory cards, and readers. Their SSDs range from 120 GB up to 4 TB and come in multiple form factors, from the more common 2.5-inch and M.2 SSDs to more obscure forms such as U.2 and M-SATA. Customers of Kingston are very satisfied with their customer support, with an average score of 4 out of 5 stars on most review websites. If you remember earlier, we mentioned that Kingston's motto is to take care of their customers. Well, that wasn't the entire motto. Their website states, "If we take care of our employees and vendors, they will take care of our customers." And it's working. Like many other SSD manufacturers, Kingston offers a 3- or 5-year warranty on their drives, depending on the model. Kingston will refund or replace any drive they deem to have malfunctioned during the warranty period, and proof of purchase must be supplied that describes the date, place of purchase, and the price paid. This warranty will not cover misuse, improper installation damage, or damage caused by natural disasters. Who are Kingston drives best for? The Kingston brand is good for both casual users and gaming enthusiasts alike. They have different flavors of their SSDs and have a good reputation in consideration to their quality and performance. With their top-of-the-line performance when it comes to gaming SSDs, such as the Fury Renegade drives, and their more budget-friendly 2.5-inch models, Kingston SSDs are a good blend between affordability and raw performance. So get what suits you best. Kingston has plenty of options. Number 3. Crucial. Crucial is widely considered a reliable and trustworthy brand and has been making SSDs for over 15 years now. They have a variety of options for memory, including super-fast gaming RAM, SATA SSDs, as well as M.2 solid-state drives and USB flash drives. SSDs from Crucial are generally more affordable than other brands, but that doesn't mean they skimp out on quality. Just the opposite, actually. Crucial SSDs are generally just as good as any other brand, and are often compared to the reliability and longevity of brands like Samsung, Kingston, and Western Digital. Hence why they made it onto our list at number 3. History. Crucial has been in the game for 25 years. But in reality, Crucial is a division of Micron Technology, which has been around much longer. Micron Technology was founded in Boise, Idaho in 1978 as a semiconductor design consulting company. And thanks to local investors and one particular potato farmer, in 1981, Micron went from semiconductor design consultation to fabrication when their first water fabrication unit was completed and began producing 64K DRAM chips. In 1996, Micron Technology initiated a 3-way merger with Zeos International, Micron Computer, and Micron Manufacturing Service. This increased Micron's overall size and reach, ultimately leading to future innovations. 1996 also saw the creation of Micron's primary flash memory producer, Crucial. Crucial was founded with the idea of manufacturing high-grade memory for everyday consumers to upgrade their computers. At the time, practically no one was providing this service to end users, which made Crucial one of the first. The company went global, with Crucial opening of manufacturing plants in both Scotland and Singapore in 1999. 1 year later, in 2000, Crucial was the world's first manufacturer to sell DDR-RAM to end users. 2008 was the first year in which Crucial began making SSDs. This solid-state drive went by the short and simple name, the Crucial SSD. It came in the now standard 2.5-inch form factor and had up to 64 GB of storage and a sequential read speed of 100 MB per second. In 2010, Crucial released its revolutionary new product, the Crucial C300 SSD. This was the first SSD to utilize the new SATA 3 interface with 6 GB per second transfer speeds and sequential read speeds of up to 355 megabytes per second. A couple of years and products later, Crucial improved its product line by offering up to 2 TB SSDs, as well as their first M.2 in 2017. And in 2018, they released their first NVMe M.2 SSD, the Crucial P1 SSD, with read speeds reaching 2,000 megabytes per second, making this M.2 20 times faster than their original SSD. In 2020, Micron Technology, the parent company of Crucial, developed, in collaboration with NVIDIA, the world's fastest video graphics memory to date, GDDR6X VRAM. This is now used in NVIDIA's latest RTX graphics cards, showing just how competent Crucial is in manufacturing memory components. Products and services. The Crucial product line is all about memory. Their website includes RAM for a range of uses, from basic computing to high-end gaming. This is equally true for their solid-state drives. As an added bonus, Crucial also provides accessories such as SATA data transfer cables for laptops, SSD installation kits, and more. Their SSD lineup includes a variety of external and internal 2.5-inch SATA drives, as well as 2 different lines of fast M.2 NVMe SSDs with up to 4 terabytes. These are available in 2 different product lines, the budget-friendly P line and the high-end T line, which includes their latest ultra-fast Gen 5 SSD, the Crucial T700. One of the cool things about Crucial is they are new user-friendly, as in they offer a bunch of how-to guides on their website. You can even contact them on social media to ask questions or contact them about a problem. Crucial has won an impressive amount of awards, including Customer Service Awards, Excellence Awards, and many Editor Choice Awards. With so many people backing the brand, it's obvious they are one of the best. If you ever have any problems with their drives, Crucial backs their SSDs with either a 3 or 5-year warranty starting at the date of purchase. This covers handling damage, manufacturing defects, and premature failures. Any damage caused by customer misuse is not covered. Who are Crucial drives best for? The Crucial brand is mainly for folks who are trying to find the best value for their money, as they put out great drives for very competitive prices. They don't offer any flashy heat sinks or features like some other brands do. Instead, they consistently provide reliable and high-performing drives with noticeably lower price per dollar compared to their competitors. And if that's important to you, Crucial is the brand for you. Number 2. Western Digital. Western Digital is one of the most experienced brands and long-lived data storage manufacturers in the world. And that is exactly why we've chosen them to take up the second spot on our list. Following the trend of many other IT companies, Western Digital has tested the waters in other aspects of the computer world, but has primarily stuck to what they do best: data storage. Just like Samsung, Western Digital has produced many world firsts when it comes to innovations in the computer industry. They've had their ups and downs, but the future looks bright for WD, as they've been catching up to Samsung over the past few years. History. Western Digital was founded in 1970, but it was in 1988 that the company entered the data storage scene by purchasing the hard drive production assets of Tandon and made their first line of SATA drives named Centaur. The company would eventually come out with a newer, improved version they named Caviar in 1991, which was a huge success. But by 1995, advancements made by their competitors caused problems for Western Digital, and they began to stagnate. Over the next 3 years, Western Digital opened a plant in Malaysia, hiring 13,000 people, but their products continued to result in one flop after another. This changed in 1998, when WD struck a deal with IBM to purchase production facilities and gain the rights to certain IBM technologies, such as their giant magneto-resistive heads. Their gamble paid off with the release of Western Digital's expert line of HDDs in 1999. And in 2001, they were the first supplier to offer ATA HDD with an 8 MB buffer, which was a massive increase over the 2 MB buffer offered by competitors. In 2003, WD acquired the read-write head assets of the once leading industry giant Read-Write Corporation, following the company's bankruptcy. This led to the development of their Raptor line of SATA HDDs, which reached speeds up to 10,000 RPM and had 36 GB of storage. For the next 10 years, Western Digital continued to make both PATA and SATA drives, but ended up manufacturing parallel ATA drives in 2013, being the last company to do so. During the interim, they came out with many different versions of their HDDs. These included the WD-1500, which offered 150 GB of storage and had a small window so the user could watch the drive's internal workings in action. After the acquisition of SanDisk in 2016, Western Digital would go on to manufacture high-quality HDDs and SSDs, which they've now become renowned for. This led to the company being ranked 158th on the 2018 Fortune 500. In 2019, Western Digital launched a black line of HDDs and SSDs, which was designed to meet the demands of gamers and enthusiast PC users. It's been a big success for the company, and a step in the right direction to compete with the biggest names in the industry, including Samsung. Products and services. Western Digital provides a wide selection of hard drives, both HDDs and SSDs, and serves both consumers and businesses with their products. These come in the form of portable USB flash drives, internal and external HDDs and SSDs, as well as M.2 SSDs. With an extensive product line and excellent track record, Western Digital's drives are regarded as some of the best the industry has to offer. Similar to Crucial, their drives are high-performing, reliable, and competitively priced. WD has decent customer service, but as with most large corporations, their customer service record is full of mixed reviews. Overall, they seem positive, with most complaints being vague about the problems leading to bad reviews. The warranties offered by Western Digital vary depending on which drive you buy and range from 1 year to 5 years. Warranties only cover manufacturing defects and premature failure not attributed to user error or misuse. To qualify for the warranty, you must provide proof of purchase, such as a receipt. Who are Western Digital drives best for? Western Digital is an all-around good choice for any PC owner. However, many of their products are for data centers, servers, and other industries where data is being written 24/7. Though they do cater to basic consumers, enthusiasts, and gamers as well. Their black line of SSDs is a perfect example of WD providing high-end data storage suited for gamers and enthusiasts. So if you're a company looking to expand your data storage capabilities, or an average consumer trying to spruce up your computer, or building a badass gaming rig, Western Digital is a very reliable manufacturer that offers plenty of options. Number 1. Samsung. Samsung is the world leader in mobile phones and holds the largest global market share for SSDs. Overall, Samsung ranks a close second in the world for consumer electronics, just behind Apple, and has been in business for 84 years. With such a reputation, Samsung earns the top spot on our list, as their products have been tried and tested for nearly 3 generations, and there's no sign of them slowing down. Just the opposite actually, Samsung has repeatedly invented and mass-produced many world firsts when it comes to consumer electronics and information technology. This sets large precedents for smaller brands. But Samsung wasn't always the multinational conglomerate it is today. In fact, it had very humble beginnings as a grocery trading company. History. Samsung was originally founded in 1983 under the name Mitsubishi Trading Company, or Samsung Sangho, in Daegu, Korea, back when Korea was still under Japanese control. Samsung traded in local foods such as fish, vegetables, and noodles. The company did well and eventually relocated to Seoul in 1947. But the Korean War forced the founder to flee Seoul and head to Busan, where he founded a sugar mill and then Korea's largest woolen mill located in Daegu. Samsung would eventually branch out into a wide range of industries, including construction, retail, security, media, food, and more. Samsung prospered immensely within its first 30 years despite going through 2 wars and several business ventures. It wasn't until 1968 that Samsung started dabbling in electronics. Its first product was a black and white television, but that was only the beginning. In 1980, Samsung acquired a switchboard manufacturing plant in Gumi, South Korea, which would eventually become the company's primary manufacturing location for its mobile phones. Around this time, Samsung began investing heavily in research and development, which vaulted the company to the forefront of IT development and paved the way for the semiconductor industry. Since then, Samsung has remained near the top of the global tech leaderboards. By 2002, Samsung had reached number 1 in the flash memory market thanks to its innovative 1GB NAND flash memory and years in the DRAM market. In 2006, Samsung was the first company in the world to mass-produce consumer SSDs that had up to 32 GB of storage. But it obviously didn't stop there. Samsung continued to improve its products and doubled the amount of data storage yearly. And by 2013, Samsung had changed the flash memory industry forever with the world's first 3D VNAND flash memory technology. This breakthrough was able to overcome the limitations of current semiconductor micronization, where many other manufacturers had failed. These days, Samsung holds the title of the biggest seller of SSDs and still offers a wide amount of products to consumers, including mobile phones, kitchen appliances, computer and IT technologies, and much more. Products and services. Samsung was the first manufacturer in the world to sell SSDs to the average Joe and remain the world leader in solid-state drive sales. So it's apparent the company has been doing it right since the beginning. Through the Samsung website, you can choose from a wide selection of both 2.5-inch SATA SSDs and M.2 SSDs. These range anywhere from 250 GB up to 8 TB for the 2.5-inch drives, while the M.2s go up to 4 TB. Additionally, Samsung has external hard drives as well as flash drives and other products for people who need mobile storage options. When it comes to customer service, Samsung seems to have a mixed reputation. Some individual reviews state they were completely satisfied with their customer service experience, while others report total incompetence. With such a large company, you can expect long wait times via phone, but you have options. Samsung deploys multiple methods through which you can contact support. These include Facebook, Twitter, by phone, and through chat or email. This gives customers a variety of ways to interact with the company, as well as get help with products. Samsung offers different warranty periods depending on which model of SSD you buy, but the coverage they offer on their storage drives is among the best in the industry. In the event you need to use this warranty, upon inspection from Samsung to confirm if there is a defect, you will either receive a replacement of equal or greater capacity or be refunded the current market value of your SSD. Who are Samsung drives best for? Samsung SSDs are considered the best and safest choice for anyone and any setup. They've been topping the performance charts for years, offering the fastest and most reliable drives in the industry. Plus, they have a long-standing reputation backing their products. Their prices are a tad bit higher compared to the competition, but it's reflective of the exceptional quality and performance their SSDs deliver. They've invested significantly in cutting-edge technology, ensuring drives that exceeds the highest standards. So whether you're looking for a new M.2 SSD for your gaming PC, or just need a little more storage space in your home computer, Samsung has a high-quality SSD for you. It is, hands down, the best SSD manufacturer in the industry, and you simply cannot go wrong with their drives. Alright guys, these were our top 5 picks for the best SSD brands in the industry. Do you agree with our selection? Which brand is your favorite? Let us know in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you didn't, feel free to hit the dislike button as well. Lastly, if you need help with choosing your next SSD, drop a comment below, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. See you soon!